side of the warp atrocity and shackled the rogue captain's will. Breathing heavily, the Lord Captain... Oh my god, my background. You had to choose a negative effect for your character when you made it. And the one I chose was he had a near-death experience with the warp in the past. And because of it, my guy's freezing up right now. That's incredible. Could only rush blindly into the fray as if trying to escape unseen pursuers. So I lost the chance to do like an ambush because of that. Alright, there is still the barrels there. Bjorn, 30 months YouTube member. Thank you, Bjorn. Appreciate that support for so long.
Chaos guides me. Out of my way.
Why are they so fast? I'm playing the game with the animations in combat. The speed is cranked up really high. I love this game, but you know I have seen the animations a million times. So just for the sake of time, I turned the animation speed up. It's a setting that you can control. You can totally turn that up or down if you want to, when you're playing it. All right, let's do.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Barry as well, 12 months. Thank you, Barry. Just saw the Bard video. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting thoughts people have on that. I want to like read through that later on. All right, Blade Dance. She can't quite reach that one, so I guess she just ends her turn there. Put that on him for some temp HP.
Not a servitor. Me.
Give Argenta another
If
turn.
you insist, Lord Captain.
Faith without deeds is
Dang.
worthless.
Pain is but an illusion.
Chaos guides me.
All right, Pascal. Debuffs on him.
Prognosis is favorable.
What if? Let's see.
Can't really get to anything else. All right, end turn.
That is not my destiny. There is movement in the Empyrean.
Can I move these around? Yes, I can. Excellent. All right.
Anything else? I know what is to come.
She can't get light of sight on anybody else, it looks like, at the moment. All right, end turn.
Death to the weak.
Okay.
Chaos guides me.
They just did something flashy behind the thing. I didn't see what it was.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I am your blade and shield.
Let's give Argenta another turn. Nice.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Strike me again. See what happens.
Parry. Oh, there it is. A blue horror. Oh, that's right, blue horrors. So yeah, okay, this is Zinch stuff. I have fought with these a lot in Total War Warhammer 3. I fought whole armies of these things. They can throw blue fire, and they're decent melee combatants. Assuming that they in this game are the same as the one I'm familiar with.
Running binaric override. My vow is to serve.
Wow. Rip. What is this? Feast or banishment? That's not gonna do anything there. Whoa. I don't know if he meant to hit that.
A wicked thought.
Alright, taunts at a few targets, and I'll raise the shield in that direction. Dude, he has 9 effects on him right now, good god.
Was farewell.
Death to non-believers!
Oh, whoa, nice. Yeah, those parry, he just killed 2 people, it wasn't even his turn. And horrors have another super annoying gimmick as well. Do they? What else do I know about them? They're ground troops, they can throw flames really far. I know when they're almost dead, they'll like dissolve back into the warp. I wonder if that means we get a teaser of another class tomorrow or Wednesday. Do you think, I mean, I don't know if they're going to add a whole new class. I think it's a specialization. But that's my guess, of course. I don't know either.
I'll do it. Power resides in the will of the righteous. None can escape the
Nice.
Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act. Failure to strike is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak.
The shadow, my blade whispers your name.
Let's see, where is she at?
If I may, Emperor, give me strength.
I'll do it.
Aim for the heart next time.
Dude, that's so good. Our warrior got 3 kills when it wasn't his turn from just parries. Oof. All those debuffs on him and then we missed.
Schemes within schemes. Let's see.
Will do.
Death to the
Oh, I didn't see that guy. Ugh, we just took a lot of damage.
As the none can escape
Get outta
the
here.
Emperor's judgment.
Totally missed that guy.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust me. Come, the other side awaits. As the tenants demand.
Oh, that was a lot.
I shall not
Raining
fail.
blood. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I had to use that before she attacked. Okay, that was my first time using it, and I did it wrong. Alright.
That is foolishness.
Death is a blessing.
powers.
Is there more? Yeah, there's something else. Is it the mirror itself? Oh no, right there. I see him.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Still no line of sight?
Running binaric override. The only sire
There we go.
condemns you.
Yeah, that's the victory music that actually plays every time you win a battle in Warhammer. Bjorn, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Very kind of you. Welcome. Mukluk was but thought to be original Esquire the 4th, the Jonathan Van Symbols the 3rd, because you dug the Redbeard, Cittery, Age, Zephyr, Foxworth, Zuntheal, Typhoon, Ray, QB, Johnny Boots, Leiku's, White Beauty, and Keely Kitsune to the lab. Hope you enjoy your stay. Entertainment is on the way. Cricket the speakers, touch the speakers, giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you're lonely near the edge. Thank you, Bjorn. Appreciate you. Your eye is drawn to the peculiar device. At first you are vexed by worries of some pernicious influence, but the real reason soon becomes apparent. The glass installed in the device shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora von Valancius's desk. Sister Argenta's beautiful face is full of grief. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood, but do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Huh? Me? The sister's words ring with genuine, sincere hope that you will be blessed with a worthier fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. What? Life must be so easy for you sanctimonious preachers. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person. You see bad blood, an annoying hindrance. There's enough venom in Adira's voice to poison an entire regiment. Argenta recoils, but the next moment her dark eyes ignite with fury. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting the archenemy. A person who has tainted themselves thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything when you could just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Theodora so much while you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset, you just gave up on her and moved on. So, last time, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it and not be heretical. However, last time I played this, the only other time I played this, I finished Adira's questline to, I finished Argenta's questline to the end, and Adira died halfway through my journey. So this time, I'm going to side with Adira instead of Argenta when I can to see the other story, because I never saw Adira's story all the way through. Adira's right. It's too soon to cast accusations of heresy. Mukluk, do not be naive. Theodora kept an unsanctioned witch by her side like a pet. Do you really believe she would think twice about crossing the line in other ways? Walk away from the device. Okay, we've got quite a few injuries on the team, but everyone's alive. Alright, let's pick up the loot. Technically, you got her killed. She fell on a bullet.
There will be no peace in
Wait, what just
my
happened?
way.
Oh my god, we all got injured.
The machine god grants
The vault can be opened via the cogitator. All that remains is to figure out how to awaken the machine spirit by applying motive force. Lore warp 100%.
That wasn't so difficult.
The ritual site's covered in ominous heretical symbols, each of which is unmistakably emanating malevolent power of the warp. The heretics use the abhorrent powers of this lens to ruin the eyes of the most devout followers of their cult.
The shadows reveal their secrets.
Aurora's sermon. Alright. Disabling this trap. Pascal, can you open the safe?
success is an irrefutable certainty.
Grants armor against warp damage. Whenever the wearer kills 2 or more enemies in a single attack, the attack does not spend all your MP. The only people that are going to kill 2 enemies in one attack is maybe her or her. Okay, let's see. Lore Imperium.
Applaud
The markings on this
my
Voxcaster clearly
brilliance.
indicate it belongs to the planetary wardens. There's visible scratches and traces of blood. The cogitator screen reads, access code required. Tech use. Breach the cogitator's defenses. The machine spirits look favorably upon you. You overcome the cogitator's defenses. A message archive loads up. Judging by the accompanying notes, the messages were meticulously transferred from paper to the sacred machine storage. Go to missives. Heed the words of a harbinger of Aurora. Let it be known to you that the prophesied hour is nigh, and the faithful must triple their efforts. Those who stand in the way of our salvation must be swept away. Let it be revealed to you that the enemy is about to receive reinforcements. Remember the name Mukluk von Valancius. His ship has already entered the system. We should expect this enemy to appear near our positions. Whoever rids our comrades of this threat will be granted Aurora's special blessing, a chance to stand at the prophet's final side when the hour comes. Be vigilant. Let the final dawn come. Aurora's Harbingers wish you to know, comrades, that the Von Valancia ship is heading for the Navigator Station. You've got time to prepare a warm welcome for the enemy. Ha! So this is a punishment for me not coming here first, because I went to get the Navigator first. And I'm sure the Navigator... that's really cool. So the way the story plays out is different based on which planets you visit in which order. The Machine Spirit says like and subscribe. Yeah. Let's see. What if everyone got Bard in Guild Wars 2? Hard Rock Warrior, 80s Rock Guardian, Gothic Rock Revenant, Bluegrass Ranger, Dubstep Engineer, Gangsta Rap Thief, Death Metal Necromancer, Disco Elementalist, and Opera Mesmer. Sure, I'm down for all that. Go to dispatches. Tell the Harbingers we've intercepted a convoy of the governor's underlings who were supposed to meet with the Von Valancius bloke. Only one of the whole convoy got away, but he's not long for this world. No one's making it to the governor's hole, not that youngster or the ones he's supposed to meet. Our comrades have got their hands on a guard's Voxcaster, and these fools have no clue we can hear all their comms. We know their every movement, and we're going to throw them a fine welcome party. Aurora must have no doubts that we'll do whatever it takes to stop our enemies. Let the final dawn come.
Curiosity sings in my
Lore
veins.
Imperium. You managed to decipher the technical litany. In order to do it, oh gosh. According to it, in order to perform the ritual of motive force, you must supply power, make sure the relay is closed, check that the damper is latched, and the supplementary exhaust relay is shut. The supply must be correctly distributed, and in no case must the flow be reset before the circuit is closed. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Make sure the damper is latched. Okay, it's already latched.
It's nothing.
Stop running through. Oh my god, they keep running through the steam and burning.
What lies beyond?
All right. You must supply power. All right, what all do we have in here?
Watch out.
Disarm bomb.
Pay attention. Duty prevails. I better myself through my service.
All right, Lore Imperium. These enormous humming transformers must be part of a single and much larger mechanism that supplies power to the whole hive.
See? Right there. Join me in prayer. Never doubt me.
Okay.
The Emperor favors me today.
This explorator
Yoink.
is blessed with
All right.
functionality.
Camera's latch. Supplementary external relay is shut.
In this tapestry of
Okay,
a world,
close the relay.
I am the road thread.
Successful.
All right, hold on. Just supply power.
Acquisition is possible.
Ah, crap.
The Emperor sets my path.
Dude, there's so many bombs in here.
Onward. Duty prevails.
Alright.
My success is an
Nothing
irrefutable
happens.
certainty.
Alright. First, we gotta supply power. How do we supply power?
They will see. Oh, yes.
Yoink.
They all will
Close the relay.
see.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
And that goes back outside. So hold on. Power the cogitator.
Operation
Okay.
successful.
Make sure the relay is closed. Check the... Wait, was that the whole puzzle? I thought I was just doing a step of it. Hang on. Check that the damper is latched. Hang on.
There will be
So,
no
close the relay.
peace in my way.
Success is
Nothing
an
happens.
irrefutable certainty.
The motive force will not be able to pass through an open circuit. The cable should be examined and all sacred nodes checked. Okay.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Oh, did I never loot these guys? I guess not. Reset supply of motive force. The circuit is broken. It looks like you'll have to start everything from scratch. Okay. So, power the cogitator.
The machine god grants
That
the
works.
insight.
Then... Is it distribute motive force? Let's see. Make sure the relay is closed.
Operation successful.
Nothing happens. Alright, let's try this.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality. My success is an irrefutable certainty.
They shall be my finest warriors,
Oh,
these men who
step
give
at a
themselves to
time,
me.
amidst
Like
the
clay I shall
madness.
mold them and in the furnace of war forge them. They will be of iron will and steely muscle. They
Steely
are my
muscle?
space marines and they shall know no fear.
Steely muscle. It sounded so hardcore until that, then it was just cute.
Operation successful.
Alright, it says everything appears to be correct. Is that it? All of that was just to open this door? Daily Chaplain, thank you. You could turn the steam off. Yeah, at first I was thinking the steam was part of the puzzle, Sabek, and so I was like leaving it on, and I thought I had to do it in order with the other stuff, and then I was like, oh wait, no, I could just turn this off, it's just burning me. Whoops. Alright, choose a special ability. Daring Breach grants +2 movement points to the end of the turn. To the end of combat, warrior gains +4 MP for each kill. For 1 round, the warrior becomes the priority target for every enemy hit by their melee attacks. Also, plus 20% parry and 2 deflection till the end of combat. Let's do that. Okay. And her power, dismantling attack. Yeah, move. This cripples the enemy until the end of combat. Let's send it twice race around the target. I love until the end of combat stuff. We're gonna pick that. Also, choose a skill, tech use, logic, lore warp. Alright. Argenta. Alright, are there shots for attack? Let's get until end of combat, soldiers' attacks are harder to dodge, and until the end of combat, the soldier gains more armor penetration. The target of finest hour gains additional bonuses, more damage, gains the effective voice of command until end of combat. All negative effects are immediately removed. Until the end of the officer's next turn, the target cannot die. That's pretty good. And could be good for saving someone's life. Dismantling. He is my logic guy and my tech guy. Logic's lower. Let's get that. And Blood Girl. Death Waltz. Upon using Death Waltz, the Blade Dancer immediately heals to full. The cost of abilities that cause wounds is reduced to half until end of combat. Death Waltz also grants the Blade Dancer 4 additional charges of death from above. Until the end of combat, death from above does plus agi bonus damage. Until the end of combat, strikes made by the Blade Dancer, including attacks made as part of Death Waltz, reduce enemies' weapon skill and decrease enemy armor and dodge. These penalties stack. Ooh! Stacking debuffs on enemies. Upon using Death Waltz after killing an enemy, the Blade Dancer gains dodge till end of combat, stacks up to agility bonus times. I'm gonna get that one. Awesome. Okay. Exit to the upper way. It's almost that time, friends. Let's see what's up here. Mike, did you beat BG3 Honor Mode? I did! I beat it last night. We had a really, really freaking stupid close call, too. Like, hold on. To explain this in simple terms, I beat the final boss of the game as I knew it from a year ago. Then it went into an epilogue. And then there was like, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's like a camp. And in the epilogue, my character was a Mind Flayer. He went crazy, and I failed like a Constitution saving roll to stay in control. And I started attacking, and it was literally every member of my party attacked me. And chat was like, Alt F4, Alt F4. And I'm like, what is this? And so I Alt F4'd and closed the game. And I opened it back up, and this time I skipped the epilogue, and then it said, you win, and I got the golden dice. So after 70 hours, I almost failed the honor mode run because they added an epilogue where if you're a Mind Flayer, you lose control. And I was like, if I had known, I wouldn't have become one. So it was really freaking close. All those tasty brains. Yeah, those tasty brains. Wait, are those Arbites? Yo! Yo, he twisted his top off like a bottle cap. This is new. That is an entrance. Dang. What is this?
Arbitrators, secure perimeter. Formation 4755. Glato, heal.
A powerfully built man among the fighters quickly surveys the battlefield. His face, determined and impassive, recalls those seen on statues of heroes of the Imperium. His gaze remains trained on you as he raises an iron fist. Okay, now you don't get the dog until you're level 16. And so he's way higher level than us right now. So I don't think he's going to join the party right now. A huge cyber mastiff immediately stops snarling in your direction and goes quiet at its master's foot, its stillness punctuated only by the thick globules of blood dripping from its metal fangs.
Proctor Exacting Solomon Anther of the Adeptus Arbates. State your name and the purpose of your stay on Rykadamanoris.
Although his voice sounds even and calm, his shotgun is pressed into his shoulder, a position from which one might easily raise the weapon and fire. So I am an Arbites. I started as an Arbites. So I've got a new dialogue option. Proctor Anther, since I do not recall seeing you among my subordinates, I must assume that we served in different parts of the Calixis. I am Mukluk von Valancius. I took on Lady Theodora's title after her recent death.
So then, the new head of the dynasty is someone who has spent most of his life serving the Lex Imperialis. I suppose it is better to receive both good and bad news than just bad. I will be sure to report both of these developments to Marshal Strax.
Before becoming a road trader, you were a marshal of the Adeptus Arbites in the Calixis sector.
I honor the pact your predecessor made with the Adeptus Arbates. I won't keep you any longer.
What was the nature of the arrangement between the Arbites and Theodora?
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
Box says, at Muck, I saw a new streamer painting War 40k miniatures, and her title is Miniatures and Modeling, but she's just talking about school and her husband's classes. It was depressing. What? I thought about saying something, but I thought she might get angry. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't have said anything either. Like, let me give it, like, let's say I'm watching another streamer that I really enjoy, and they start talking about something I don't want to hear about, or they play a game I don't want to see. I just watch something else, you know? It's the simplest way to handle that situation, because especially if there's like a lot of other viewers. Like, let's say there's 100 viewers, and you're like, I don't like the content you're currently doing. And then the streamer's like, well, do you speak for all 100 people, or is this just you being loud and the other 99 are fine? You know, whatever. So yeah, I think it's simplest just to swap. Not of the Cyber Mastiff. That is one fearsome-looking dog. I was most impressed by its performance in battle.
That skirmish just now, Glato didn't even get to show off a tenth of what he is capable of. But he is quickly catching up with me for who's killed the most heretics today.
What are you and your people doing here?
Removing obstructions to an official inquiry. My unit and I came here to investigate the disappearance of one particularly valuable ship, but the mutinous scum got in the way. Now we are having to deal with them too.
What do you know about the situation on the planet?
Only that the governor is failing in his responsibilities. This is a planet-wide rebellion, and it reeks of madness, or worse, of witchcraft. The rebels are blinding both themselves and others, and their ravens are the most insane and unholy thing I've ever heard.
What's this about a missing ship?
It's about a tithe ship. A vessel loaded to the brim with planetary tithes, amassed over a considerable
So,
period,
taxes.
suddenly went dark as soon as it departed Rykadmanoris.
Are you not supposed to help the governor regain control over this world? I thought that maintaining order was the foremost duty of any arbitrator.
Not every uprising demands action by the Adeptus Arbites. For now, I am simply assessing the situation, and if our investigation requires that the rebellion be crushed, then we will intervene. Still, the governor had best put a stop to this bedlam. He is not here to just sit and look pretty.
What does the stolen tithe entail?
Resources that every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of Rykadmanoris, they include the ceramite and explosive reagents produced on Rykadi Philia, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen, a living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Cargo like that is particularly dangerous in the hands of heretics, as it can be easily converted into wealth or used for military purposes.
And what do you intend to do next?
Fight our way to the local administratum palace and ascertain whether a fire or some other disaster hasn't destroyed the documents related to the investigation. I hope the clerks were smart enough to put the records before their lives. If the Emperor favors us, we will extract the data we need, or else interrogate the survivors before we pay a visit to the governor. The questions we have for him are beginning to pile up.
The Cyber Mastiff lets out a low growl and leans forward somewhere to the side. Solomon fires a shot in the same direction without even looking. You hear a stifled, gurgling rattle. So just imagine talking to this guy, and his dog's like, "Urgh," and he's just like, bang! And then here's some guy just, ah!
Arbitrators, eliminate the surviving rebels.
This guy.
Now is not the best time for conversations. With target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignments.
I am on my way to see the governor myself. You and your unit could accompany me.
I must refuse. Our mission and the Marshal's orders take priority, even over a request from an individual as empowered as you.
I have no more questions.
May the Emperor watch over us. That way, this meeting won't be our last.
That was pretty neat. That was pretty rad. I loved that cinematic with them like fighting in the like for what this game is. That was really cool. That was a really good cinematic. All right, I am going to save it here, chat. I am out of time for the morning stream, and we will pick it up from here next time.